Hey, what's going on guys? It's Gamer here, and today I'd like to start a new series on this channel, which is going to be my thoughts on, or like It's Gamer F's thoughts on. What you're seeing now is a gameplay of me using the MX4 on Dawnbreaker Team Deathmatch. I say that this is what an average gameplay of me. I think I did play a bit above average here. I think I ended up going about 15 to 6 in the end. I didn't have a great start in the match, as you can see I got killed there, but I think I did pick it up by flanking around the enemy. So that's what the gameplay is about. But today, the topic I'd like to talk about is honesty and the principles and morality of honesty, because I feel like in today's society there are different opinions and views about honesty, and I'd like to have my take on it and drop my 2 cents in. Firstly, I'd like to talk about my personal views and what I think about honesty. I think that lying is bad, but it's really all about the context of what you're lying about. Because I think that if you lie to avoid getting into trouble, I think that's a bad thing. And I think that stuff like that you shouldn't lie for, just like over something that's not going to affect your life or someone else's life. But when a situation arises where I think that lying may save a life, or it may save someone's dignity or something like that, and it may change someone's life, I feel like lying is okay in a way. So I feel like it's based on context and nothing else. Now I'd like to see another point of view from theologian Immanuel Kant. I'd like to link his Wikipedia page in the description below. Check him out. What he said was, you should not lie no matter under any circumstances. And although he does have a valid point in what he's saying, because he's trying to imply that if lying exists, there would be no truth in the world, and you could not differentiate between the lies and the truth, and that would make a world a worse place. But I feel that it's all about context. I think lying is bad, but it depends really whether you're saving someone, whether you're helping someone out. I feel like lying in that way is right, but I feel that Immanuel Kant's point is strong, saying that you should never lie, and I do get that, because whenever I lie, I always try to avoid lying, but whenever I do lie, I always feel guilty inside, thinking, oh, why did I lie this way? Why did I tell this lie to someone? And it doesn't make me feel right. And this leads me on to talking about morality and where we got that from, because I myself am a religious person in a way. I still question my beliefs in a way sometimes. So I think that morality came from God, but many atheists would argue that morality is due to laws around us, our upbringing and society. And I also think that our morality is shaped by the possible consequences that happen doing these actions such as murder. Because if you think about it, a survival instinct for humans is just survive, and most of us, if there were no burdens on us, if there were no laws preventing murder, I'd guess that about 8 out of 10 people would murder people just in cold blood if there were no consequences. Now, I know this may not be the most accurate analogy, but something like The Purge, the movie, I think that shows how survival instincts can be shown when there are no consequences to them. And I think that morality is more of a human concept than something that's divine. And that's just my opinion about how morality works, because I think that The Purge shows that when people have no consequences, they go back to their survival roots, like caveman days. And I think that's how really that's what makes us humans unique as a species. I feel like our sense of morality and not going back to our survival roots by using things such as law and a way of choosing whether something is bad or not, I think that's what really makes up a human being. I feel like that's what society revolves around now, and I think that's a good thing. I don't see that as a negative, because I don't want to be a species where we just go go to survive, because I think we have to move on from just surviving, as we have things such as houses that we can live in, which make life much easier than they used to be, and we have other things such as technology which help the old and sick. So I think that's a way for us to move on from our olden days where we just used to hunt and survive. Now I feel like evolution in a way, and morality in a way, has forced us to adapt and accept each other. And I think that although the world is not perfect, I think we are moving on. Racism has decreased since the 1900s. Also, murder, I think, has calmed down a bit since about the 1990s. I've seen less murders in my area than there used to be. Also, I feel like that people are getting more socially friendly now, even though you may think that people just sit around all day using social networks. I feel like that's improved. And I think that as people, I think we've just improved. Like, if you were to talk about, let's take football as an example. Hooliganism was huge in the 1960s and 70s. People used to beat each other up over a football match. Now, it's calmed down more. Like, you don't see as much in England, but you do see some in other countries. People being attacked. But I really think that as a species, we are calming down, we're evolving, we're adapting, like we're being more honest to each other. Although you may think that people are lying to each other, people are manipulating each other, I feel like that's just the 1% who do that. I think that used to be much higher. Like if you look at hierarchy in generations before, like we had kings and queens then who just ruled over everyone, autocracies all over Europe, and I think that the democracies we have now are much better than autocracies that we had before. Because before, the one king can do whatever they want. An example of this would be Russia pre-1914, where King Nicholas II, or Tsar Nicholas II, sorry, was making up his own ideas. No one challenged him. The Romanov family was just taking over Russia. And I think that as a species, we've moved on from that, and the principles of honesty, I think, have improved greatly since the times as late on as the 19th and 20th centuries. And because of that, I think that humans have evolved and adapted into more talkative creatures who have managed to resolve arguments, not in physical ways. We've managed to prevent many wars from many different ways, so not just going into a country and invading. I know that's still like that. Like, there are many wars going on right now, like the one in Afghanistan, the Arab Spring that's going on, many revolutions going on there. But that, obviously, as a human race, we always have improvements that we can make, and I think that the more honest people get, the more ways that the human race can be improved. And one last idea I'd like to fling out onto the open waves of the interwebs. I'd just like to say that honesty is something which is a really touchy subject. Many people have different views on honesty, and I think that my personal opinion is completely contextual based, and I think that honesty relates to the whole human race in general, on how people associate with each other and speak to each other. But the gameplay is now coming to an end. Our team wins by a few kills. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tell me if you want to watch more of these type of videos. Put that in the comment section below. Put your opinions down there as well. And remember, G frickin' G.